people will keep coming in, but I wanted to get started because we actually have a lot of skits today, and I want to make sure that there's also time for questions and so forth, and I don't want to make you late. We said it would go from 7 to 8:30, and I hope we won't go over time because I do want to give you all a chance to do that. So we wanted to let you know that this workshop is in response to a panel that we did at Palo Alto High School last year. And we did a more traditional lecture format with a panel, and people said that they liked it. We did questionnaires afterwards, but people wrote in at the bottom of their questionnaires, please do something practical. Can you do something practical? And so thus was born the idea for this workshop. We're using vignettes, little skits from our own lives. At the end, if you want to ask, we can tell you whose lives they are. But what was funny is that as we were writing them, a number of people would look at the skits and say, oh, that's my life. That happened to me. And some of them are written from the point of view of the teenager, some are from the point of view of parents. But tonight's is all about the parents. And because all of you are parents, we ask that the teens not come for this one, because when we actually approached some of the Palo Alto teenagers about acting, they were at first very, very enthusiastic, and they wanted to do it. And then they said, oh no, if we're there, our parents will be inhibited. If we're there, our parents won't ask the difficult questions. So we want to be able to talk about the difficult questions today. We want you to feel free without being embarrassed to say, you know, this situation applies to my life or it doesn't. I don't know what to do when this happens. Let's see, what else should I talk about in terms of the teenagers? Oh, so at that panel as well, I remember one of the parents asked, how do you talk with your teenagers about dating and sex? And everyone on the panel, including myself, got very, uncomfortable. And so we answered something very vague, and I felt bad about it ever since. So we are going to talk about dating tonight in one of the vignettes, and we hope that it helps make it easier to talk about very difficult topics like this. Some of you are middle school parents. How many are middle school parents? Okay, so we wrote this aimed at high school parents, but some of the vignettes will apply to middle schoolers, and of course, the ones that are written for high school age, forewarned is forearmed, right? If you're a middle school parent now, you will be a high school parent soon. So I hope you find those useful. Our group tonight is from Stanford, mostly from the Department of Psychiatry. We have one star undergrad who is arriving, we hope soon, from San Francisco, where he's doing his spring break, who wrote one of the vignettes. We have some faculty members. We have residents and fellows. We have a post-bac intern from Santa Clara University who's doing something through the medical school. So, we are all ourselves people who were once teens. Most of us are Asian, some are not. And we have, some of us are parents as well. So we try to be fair to all different viewpoints. We will, I should say, we are not professional actors, so please keep that in mind. We'll play these roles, and a moderator, the only one with the microphone will be a moderator, and we'll sort of start the action and then jump in and stop the action, and then we'll pretend like we're on a DVD or a VCR, and we'll rewind and replay. So in the middle, the moderator will ask the actors questions, and then we might be able to take a couple of questions from the audience during the in-between time, and then we'll play the same scene over again, the same situation, but with a little bit different results, based often on a very pivotal response of the parent taking a slightly different tack. So one thing that we might try is that while we're still being the actors, we will sit down and the moderator will ask us questions. But then if we want to make a comment and break character, does that make sense? Then we'll sit up, we'll stand up. So does that make sense? So this is me when I'm mom and the situation didn't go well. And then this is me saying, this actually happened to me. So I hope that makes sense. And you'll notice that we are videotaping. We do want to preserve your privacy. So this is for the schools to be able to use. A lot of people who couldn't make it wanted to have it videotaped. So if when you're asking questions, you want to just call out or raise your hand, that's fine. If you'd rather, you can write them down on note cards and people will come around and bring a note card for you. And we'll try to save time at the end for questions as well. And then, what else do I need to say? We thought if there was time at the end, we might be able to improvise a script based on questions you have. I don't know if there will be time, but please ask your questions. And it's possible that we'll be able to do more vignettes on another date. And we would like to do vignettes for the teens, where the outcome is a little bit different based on their response. And, and we might also have one, this one, you'll notice the actors are East Asian, but I've gotten a lot of enthusiasm from South Asian parents that they want to have a South Asian one as well. So we did choose some situations that have conflict in them. And so there'll be times that they're uncomfortable. I hope that you'll stick with us on that because we didn't want to just do the easy things. Easy things are easy, right? You're already doing all the easy things. You may find that some of the situations don't apply to your lives, so that's fine, please bear with us. But we hope that some of them will apply broadly for different difficult situations. So with that in mind, thank you all for coming. This is a wonderful audience. I have to say that when we didn't publicize the last one we did at Palo Alto High School, we were, the audience was enthusiastic, but they were very small. So we really appreciate your coming out on a rainy night, on a busy school day, and we'll get started. Thank you so much.